So the world thought that Israel set up a way for aid to finally flow through Gaza, only to find out that Israel played the world and Palestinians again. So after not allowing aid to flow through Gaza since March of 2025, Israel finally allows some checkpoints to be set up through an NGO that is backed by both Israel and the United States. Now, this organization is called the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And even though this organization was established in February of 2025, they were only allowed to distribute aid just a few hours before recording this video. And as excited as some people were to finally see that maybe Gazans were finally going to be able to get some aid, this was the result. Gazans received packages with no water, no drinks, just a bunch of dry goods, and it looked as if the only liquid that they had was cooking oil. I guess we shouldn't have expected anything less from an organization backed by the United States and Israel. Now, until May of 2025, a former Marine named Jake Woods was in charge of this organization. He was extremely excited about its potential to bring relief to the Palestinians being genocided in Gaza. But the amount of limits put on this organization by both the United States and Israel, the way that Israel prevented this organization from carrying out its humanitarian efforts, forced Jake Woods to retire. He said, "I'm done. I can't even be part of this." He left on May 25th before the aid even started to be distributed because they didn't let him do his job. He says it wasn't possible to implement his plan and follow and adhere to the guidelines of humanitarian principles. And judging from what took place, judging from the aid, quote unquote, that we saw distributed, I understand exactly what he means. I wouldn't want my name associated with this clown show either. Oh, but it gets worse, because if you read a layer deeper, we find out the true motivations behind this quote unquote humanitarian aid organization. You see, at these sites that Israel set up, they've enforced biometric screening and other security measures to ensure that aid, quote unquote, doesn't fall into the hands of Hamas. In other words, this was merely just another humiliation ritual, never intended to give true aid to the Palestinians, in an attempt to put a tighter grip around the neck of the Gazan people who are struggling to survive. It is occupation disguised as humanitarian aid. Now, although the United Nations and other humanitarian organizations have come out and strongly condemned the actions of this organization and Israel, my question to y'all is, are y'all going to keep talking, or are y'all actually going to do something about this criminal, genocidal, psychopathic behavior by Israel? Because we're tired, and I'm damn sure they're tired of hearing condemnation. We need to see some action.